Are you choosing what matters now?
Welcome to the Just Live podcast.
My name is Dan.
I'm Suzie. Together we are Doozy. We are currently in a series called Living Now, moving from autopilot to awareness, and this is part 3.
And the first week had to do with waking up your now.
Woo!
The second week had to do with calming your inside-outside noise.
And
this week
today is choose what matters now. We all have a choice, and we want to live in the midst of that choice. So we're going to be talking about some of the things that we can choose to put in or not if we're choosing to live now.
And so what we're looking at in this choice is moving from a place of living distracted or distraction into alignment with our values, alignment with our time, priorities. So that is the movement we're looking at this week.
Attention is the most fought over resource right now in this current season of life that we're living. It used to be finances. At one time it was also the connection economy, relationship. It's still all of those, but now attention is what people and marketers are fighting for. How can they grab and keep your attention? And if they can do that, they have the biggest resource available today.
And you all know about algorithms. They're very mysterious, but the algorithms train our distraction, and it requires us to have intention in everything we do.
All right, there was a series that I just watched today. I think it was just today. There is a teacher of students in Scandinavia. I can't remember the country, but he's trying something that's very valuable and wonderful, and it's teaching his students to learn how not to be distracted by their cell phone. Some of the things that he's inviting them to do is every time they see the screen that they give themselves a gap of time. Count to 10. 1, 2, and then in the midst of that 10,
just looking at the black screen.
Black screen before you touch it, before you trigger it back on, before you respond to a notification, and try to notice if you are addicted to that phone. And if you really need that phone, or if you're just shooting
That's intention.
for it, all right? Another idea that he has, when somebody responds to you, give it a 3-second pause before you immediately respond. One of my friends just told me about, she has turned her phone to the black and white mode, so she doesn't get the dopamine hit, and it's black and white and boring. So the algorithm of our phones are definite distractors.
And living aligned means choosing your yes wisely. I think we say yes to a lot of things because of FOMO and all the things going around us. But what if we choose our yes wisely? I think if we do, that alignment is going to help us live in the now.
Do you know that you are always present to something? The question is, what are you present to? That is a great question to ask yourself. Great question for me to ask myself. I'm often scattered.
You're always present someplace.
I'm present, but I'm often trying to be present in lots of places at one time. And I'm very fragmented, and I can't keep my attention in the now when I'm there. So I get to choose where I am and what I want to focus my attention and time and direction towards.
In Ephesians chapter 5, verses 15 and 16, it says, look carefully then how you walk. It doesn't say run, it doesn't say sprint, how you walk, making the best use of the time. So be really mindful. How am I walking? How am I doing this journey called life? Take your time, step by step by step.
Okay, here's some talking points. And if you need to pause this recording and have a chat with yourself, with somebody who you're with, maybe you want to journal these things and process these points. Here's one of the talking points. What is the cost of divided attention? This could be in any number of areas, like relationships, maybe faith and beliefs, maybe dreams and desire, or any other area that you would like to consider. What's the cost when your attention is divided or fragmented or scattered?
I think that's a really important question because so often we see the benefits. Oh, I'm scrolling, I'm learning so much, I'm doing so many things, but at what cost? Take some time to declare what those costs are for you.
Another talking point. How do your values anchor you to the present moment? Another way to put that is, what is important to you? And if it is important, how does that keep you present in the now? For example, I love people. I'm a people-oriented person. And if I actually value people, how do I stay present right here, right now, in this conversation that the two of us are having or the multiple people are having, instead of being distracted or thinking another thought or even posing a question to ask or posing a comment that I want to throw in there without just having a really high quality level of presence and listening.
Before I go to the next one, just take a breath. Sometimes even in podcasts, we're speeding through it. Hopefully you're not watching or listening to this at like 1.5. Slow it down. And I think that's the last talking point that you need to talk to yourself about. How do you do the simple life? How do you grow your presence, your nowness, by allowing yourself to live more in the simple? We have complexed everything.
Yes, it's true.
And how do we strip that back? You don't eat the peel of the banana. You just eat the peel. You just eat the banana. So get rid of the peel.
So what do you want to add or what do you want to subtract to grow presence and grow the ability for you to actually be present in the here and now and be intentional about that and just not on autopilot? Whatever happens, happens.
I have a practice for you to try. It's called your one thing moment.
Ooh, tell us about it.
Your one thing moment is about this. It's each day you choose something, an ordinary activity, and you give that your full attention. You don't cook and talk to your mom and put away the dishes, everything. You just...
That's what you do, right?
Yeah, you just give your full attention to one thing. No phone, no multitasking, and just sort of be aware of what's going around. What's the resistance? What's pulling you? I just got to touch that phone. I got to see it. What was that ding? What was that? And look also at where's the gentleness? Where is the peace coming in as a result of full attention to the task that you're at? So this is called the one thing moment.
For me, it's like putting blinders on. So like you have the animal that you want to stay present and stay consistent. Put the blinders on so you don't see all the extra stuff. You kind of give yourself the possibility for tunnel vision, for just whatever is in that tunnel, whatever is in your scope at the moment. That is what you are present to. That's the one thing challenge.
That's right. Now it's time for 2 questions. First one is this: what steals my attention from the people I love?
Ooh, attention and people.
What steals my attention from the people I love? I think oftentimes it's judging them, it's not listening, it's being distracted. That steals away my attention from the people I love.
For me, it's being in a hurry. It's potentially not being rested. It's not having my good quality grounding rhythms, spending time with God and slowing down and reflecting in my journal. If I am not grounded myself, I can't pay attention to those people.
Yeah. And
what about you? What about you?
Second question. What values do I want my presence to reflect this year? We're at the beginning of a year as we make this podcast. And there are some values that are going to take you forward. What values do you want to actually make sure you intentionally put into your life, into your schedule, into your conversations that'll bring you back into the present?
So one of the values that we have together in allowing ourselves to stay present is to listen well without interrupting. Now, Dan is much better at that than I am, but I'm practicing this. And I value him. I value his thoughts. I value him giving and me having a safe place for him to have conversation with me. And so that value alone is going to allow me to slow down and be present with listening before I formulate my thoughts, before I formulate my questions or my comments back to you.
Slow down. You move too fast. That should be the theme song of this whole thing.
You gotta make the moments last just.
And back to our regularly scheduled program.
That song popped in.
There is a place in your life right now to take an attention audit.
What is an attention audit?
Now, you know what a financial audit is. You just look through all the records. Look through your life. And you want to identify 3 and 3. The first three you want to identify is, what are the attention drainers?
The things that steal your attention.
What's pulling it away?
What are
For
three
me,
things?
immediately, my phone. My phone steals my attention. Susie can be talking to me, but if I have the phone in my hand, whoop, I'm not going to totally be focused on
Your
what she's
phone
saying.
steals my attention too. I guess my phone is definitely on that drainer. The other three is attention gainers, the things that help you be more attentive and be more present and be more oriented and able to choose now. So 3 drainers and 3
What's a gainer for
gainers.
you?
A gainer. What's a gainer? Well, for sure it's being grounded in God and slowing down. A gainer is also giving bigger margins between things that I'm doing in my schedule and not packing my schedule too full. I know that when I pack my schedule too full, it drains my attention because I have so much that I'm carrying in my head that I need to do, places I need to go, and things that are connected to that. And if I schedule myself better, if I organize myself better, it's great. Another gainer, which is really important for me, is to clear my cluttered spaces. And I realize that I'm in the process of doing that even inside the cupboards and not just in the visual spaces. So I'm trying to do it everywhere. I'm trying to minimize and organize, and that is giving me the capacity to be more present and more now.
I think it's time we as humans take an attention audit and try to eliminate some of those things that drain our attention and embrace those things that cause a great gain of our attention.
All right, so we put some things out there. You can take your moment. What is our challenge called? Our practice? Our one thing, the one thing you're focused on. You might want to process.
Moment.
You might want to process some of these questions we've posed out there that have to do with, for sure, things like your attention, your values, what's important to you, and how is that reflected. We've also given you the challenge to do a drainer and a gainer list that you can just be aware so that you can choose what matters now.
Now, if you're just jumping into this podcast, this series, go back, listen to
Episode
101, which talks about Wake Up Your Now. Episode 102 about calming your inside out. And next week, we're going to find out, how do you live now as a way of life? And may you live fully alive as you love your life,
your world, and your God.
My name is Dan.
I'm Susie.
Together we are Doozy. Live fully.
And love fully. Thanks for joining us for this Just Live podcast.
Living now.
See you soon. Bye.